My beloved child, pause for a moment and let my words gently envelop your heart, for I have been waiting with open arms to remind you of how profoundly cherished you are. I see the weight you carry, and I long to refresh your spirit with the calm assurance that you are never alone, because I stand beside you at every step, guiding you and watching over your every breath. Let these words settle into the core of your being, knowing that my love and grace remain steadfast, even when storms rage around you and your own strength seems to fade. Therefore, open your heart to my voice and find solace in the truth that I will not forsake you or allow darkness to conquer your hope. Reach out to me and trust that I will sustain you, uphold you, and fill your days with new joy. My dear one, do not doubt your worth, for you are set apart and crowned with divine purpose that I breathed into you from the moment I conceived your existence. Though you may wonder at times if anyone truly sees your struggles or hears your muffled cries, remember that I know every sorrow, every dream, and every longing that resides deep within your soul. I am by your side, eager to lift you beyond your limitations and cover you with comforting assurance, like a warm blanket wrapping you with gentleness and safety. There is no valley too deep or wilderness too vast for me to guide you through, so rest in my promise of unwavering support. Trust in this new beginning, for I have charted a path that leads toward abundant hope. Stand tall, my child, and believe in the love that forms the bedrock of your identity, for I am fully devoted to you, like a shepherd who tenderly guards every sheep under his care. You are not merely one among many, but a treasured soul I cherish beyond human comprehension, because my affection transcends all boundaries and flows endlessly like a mighty river. From dawn to dusk, my protective hand hovers near, ensuring that you are shielded from darkness and that no scheme can overwhelm you when you remain close to me. Let your spirit find its firm anchor in my delight for you. Embrace this moment and carry forward, for I have much more in store. A main body, a affirmation of the reader's value. My precious one, you are a masterpiece in my eyes, created in the image of eternal love and purpose. You are like a priceless jewel whose radiance surpasses every earthly treasure, and I rejoice in every sparkle of faith that dances within your heart. Though the voices of the world may attempt to diminish your significance, I speak louder still to declare that you are a beloved heir to the riches of my kingdom. Let your heart take courage and know that I have written your name in my book of life, for you are beyond precious to me. Do not underestimate who you are, for I have claimed you as my own. Indeed, you are dearer to me than you can fathom, and I have placed within you the seeds of greatness that will bloom in season. When you look at the mirror of your life, I urge you not to fixate on failures or regrets, but rather see my reflection shining through your gifts and uniqueness. I formed your inmost being with intention, weaving together your strengths and your quirks to reveal the wondrous tapestry of my grace. Your presence on this earth is no accident, and even the most ordinary moments have divine significance to me. Trust in my workmanship and let your spirit flourish under my watchful care. I delight in you with a love that transcends knowledge, for you hold a special place in my heart, a place reserved for none but you. Whenever you open your lips in thanksgiving, no matter how faint, I hear it as a sweet song that stirs my affection. I never tire of seeing your face turned toward me, yearning for closeness and direction, and I treasure every effort you make to walk in faith. Receive this affirmation: you are worthy, you are called, and you are chosen. Let these words fortify your soul against doubt, for my delight in you will never fade. In this vast tapestry of creation, you stand as a vital thread, intricately woven to bring color and shape to the story unfolding around you. Do not think for a moment that your actions or prayers are insignificant, because each decision and whisper holds the power to transform your own life and the lives of those you touch. Like a gardener nurturing each flower in his care, I tend to you, ensuring that your potential flourishes in the light of my guidance. Cherish the knowledge that I have assigned you a role that only you can fulfill. Let your heart be lifted by the awareness that you are deeply cherished. My heart overflows with joy every time you draw near, especially in those moments when the complexities of life tempt you to withdraw or hide. I see how you strive to please me, how you yearn for my approval above all else, and know this: I am profoundly pleased with you. Your honest tears, your sincere devotion, and your yearning for righteousness all echo in my presence like a heartfelt melody. Open your heart even more to my abiding love, confident that I do not look upon you with condemnation, but rather with infinite mercy. Embrace my nearness and walk forward, knowing I celebrate you in every step. Never forget, you are my beloved child, and this relationship we share surpasses anything you could experience in worldly pursuits. My love remains constant, like a towering lighthouse that stands unwavering against the fiercest storms, casting its beam of hope across raging seas. So too does my devotion shine upon you, guiding you through darkness and drawing you close to the safe harbor of my peace. I am the anchor that holds firm when everything else shifts around you. Therefore, be glad, and remember you are not a mere wanderer, but a child of the Most High, a soul who has captured my heart. I see the spark in your eyes when you serve others, and I hear the silent prayers you offer for those in need. Even when weariness creeps into your bones, your spirit glimmers with resilience, because I have placed my strength within you. Take courage and let the knowledge of your divine calling uphold you when doubts sneak in, reminding you that I have designed you for impact and influence. Your gestures of kindness ripple outward, bearing my image to a world hungry for hope. Remain steadfast in the truth that your worth is grounded in my unshakable love. You are a vessel of light, reflecting my glory through every selfless act, kind word, and compassionate gaze. My heart is moved by the humility and authenticity you display, by your willingness to acknowledge your imperfections while leaning on my grace. In your weakness, you reveal my power. In your uncertainty, you learn to rest in my promises. Stand tall, knowing I formed you not for mediocrity, but for a noble calling that merges your unique gifts with divine purpose. Place your anxieties in my hands and watch as I transform them into testimonies that uplift many. This is my assurance. I delight in you. Celebrate the fact that your identity extends far beyond what mortal eyes perceive, for I have breathed the breath of my spirit into you. My angels rejoice each time you stand up after a stumble, each time you resist temptation, and each time you reach out in prayer with unwavering hope. You possess the light of my presence within your soul, and this light cannot be extinguished by any form of adversity. Let nothing deter you from seeing yourself as I see you, a cherished, radiant creation, molded to reflect my compassion and grace. I watch over you with tender eyes, forever thrilled by who you are becoming. The plans I have for you are purposeful and full of promise, and your value is woven into each part of that divine blueprint. There are times you may wrestle with thoughts of unworthiness, but I call you to cast aside those chains of doubt and stand firm on my truth. The day you were conceived, I already held you in my hands, foreseeing every hurdle, every blessing, and every transformation you would face. Your story matters deeply, and each chapter offers a testimony of my love in action. Hold on to this knowledge, letting it energize you when challenges arise, for you are my treasured child. Think of yourself as a precious lampstand, placed strategically to illuminate the path for others who wander in shadows of despair. Though you might feel small at times, I promise your light is significant enough to break through the gloom. Your heart is unique, endowed with emotional depth and empathy that mirrors my own compassion for the weary. Embrace this empathetic spirit as a sign of my image within you, proving that your existence holds an eternal significance. You were meant to radiate love in every season, to speak life into those who cross your path, and to draw them nearer to my comforting presence. When you close your eyes in prayer, know that your words do not dissipate into the void, but reach the throne of grace, where I hear and respond with boundless mercy. Your sincere pleas and whispered hopes are precious to me, and I acknowledge every tear that you shed in faith. Let go of any notion that you must be perfect to deserve my attention, for I have already clothed you in righteousness through the sacrifice of my Son. You are clothed in a holiness not of your own making, but freely given, and in that truth rests your inestimable worth. In the tapestry of humanity, your thread contributes to the overall splendor, bringing a vibrant hue that would be sorely missed if absent. Even on the days you feel overlooked, I see the beauty you add to the grand design, the gentle way you touch hearts, and the fervent prayers you offer for peace and restoration in this hurting world. Yes, you hold a unique spark that cannot be replicated by another soul, and I celebrate that spark daily. Take courage and move forward in the knowledge that your life is a vital part of my unfolding story, a story of redemption and love. The longing within your heart for deeper meaning and a fresh encounter with my Spirit is not a coincidence, for I am continually drawing you toward new dimensions of faith and revelation. Each day I nurture your gifts, equip you with wisdom, and open opportunities for you to shine brightly in places you once feared. The world may offer fleeting affirmations, but my declaration of your worth is eternal. I anchor you in truth so that when storms blow, you remain rooted in confidence, certain of my unchanging devotion. Rejoice, dear one, in the beautiful reality that you are prized beyond measure. Rest assured that no distance can separate you from my gaze of compassion or my voice of encouragement. You could scale the highest mountain or descend into the deepest valley, and still my hand would guide you, upholding your life with unyielding kindness. You are never lost to me, for I have placed my mark of love upon your being, signifying that you belong to me forever. Let these words nourish your spirit, fortifying your trust in my plans. Even now, my angels celebrate the unique treasure you are and the mighty works I have prepared for you to accomplish, one step at a time. B. Understanding of difficulties and challenges. I know that this world can seem daunting and filled with trials that weigh heavily on your heart, and sometimes you wonder if I have distanced myself from your troubles. Hear me clearly. I am not far away, but intimately aware of every fear that awakens you in the dead of night. When you feel overwhelmed by uncertainty, come into the shelter of my arms, for I stand ready to renew your strength and offer you rest. Do not allow the shadows of anxiety to consume your thoughts, for I am the light that dispels darkness. Even in chaos, I remain your unwavering peace. When you are burdened by health concerns or the fragility of your body, know that I see each ache and each pang of worry that gnaws at your soul. I do not overlook your suffering or belittle your pain. Rather, I hold you tenderly, reminding you that I am the great physician who heals not only broken bodies, but also the deep wounds within your heart. Rest in my power to restore and remember that even the greatest medical complexities are subject to my authority. Fear not, for my healing touch can transform your weaknesses into testimonies of mercy and grace. Those moments of loneliness that grip you when everyone else has gone about their lives are not hidden from me, for I watch you with compassion that never flickers. I understand the raw sense of isolation that can leave you feeling invisible. But know this, you are never truly alone because my Spirit resides with you, closer than your own heartbeat. I am the one who sits with you in the quiet, gently reminding you that your value does not depend on the presence or absence of others. Allow my presence to be your comfort, and trust that I will never abandon you to solitude. I recognize the financial burdens that sometimes crush your spirit, making you wonder if you will ever find relief. Your concerns about paying bills, feeding your family, and planning for the future do not escape my notice. I watch each sacrifice you make, each choice to put others first, and I pledge that I will provide for you in ways beyond your imagination. Do not fear that you might lack what you need tomorrow, for I sustain even the birds of the air and clothe the lilies of the field with splendor. How much more will I do for you, my cherished child? Your nights of silent tears, when you lay awake battling thoughts of unworthiness and fear, are moments I deeply understand. I see you wrestling with questions about your career, your relationships, and your future, longing to make sense of it all. Do not think for a moment that I have forgotten you in these trials. I am closer than you realize, wiping your tears and whispering hope into your soul. My voice urges you to cast your cares upon me, believing that I can work beauty out of chaos. Trust that I hear you and remain ready to lift your heavy burdens. I am aware of the heartbreak you experience when relationships unravel and people you once held dear seem to fade from your life. The pain of betrayal, misunderstanding, or estrangement can leave you questioning your own worth. Yet I assure you, you are no less loved because someone failed to see your value. I am here to mend your broken heart, to restore your sense of belonging, and to remind you that I will never turn away from you. Allow me to fill the vacancies left by others, and you will discover a love so loyal, it transcends every earthly bond. Yes, I know how guilt can cling to your conscience, whispering that you have fallen too far for grace to find you. Be reminded that my mercy is higher than any mountain of regret, stronger than any chain of shame that attempts to bind you. I see every misstep, yet my forgiveness is abundant. There is nothing too dark that my light cannot pierce, no sin so entrenched that my love cannot uproot. Do not let guilt keep you distant from me, for I stand with open arms, ready to wash you clean and bestow upon you the dignity of being called my child once more. I see your struggle with doubt when prayers seem unanswered and doors remain closed, causing your faith to waver. You wonder if I am silent or unconcerned, yet in these moments of waiting, I am preparing your heart for a deeper revelation. My silence does not indicate my absence. Rather, I often work behind the scenes, aligning people and circumstances for your ultimate good. When the answers seem delayed, lean on my promises, for I assure you that at the proper time, you will witness the fulfillment of what I have ordained. Hold fast to hope, believing that I do not disappoint. When your spirit grows weary from fighting battles that feel endless, be it depression, anxiety, or daily responsibilities that weigh you down, I ask you to yield your struggles to my compassionate care. Do not strive on your own to conquer these giants, for in surrendering to me, you will find a supernatural strength that renews you from the inside out. Think of David facing Goliath with a simple sling and stone. I was his power then, and I am your power now. Depend on me and see how I turn the tide of your battles and lead you toward victory. I am fully aware of the disappointment you feel when life does not unfold as expected, when closed doors bruise your dreams, and you question if you have erred or if I have changed my plans for you. Remember the story of Joseph, who faced betrayal, slavery, and prison before stepping into the role I had designed for him. My ways are often higher than your immediate understanding, but I am still orchestrating a purpose so grand that when it finally comes to light, you will rejoice. Do not let unmet expectations steal your hope. I am always writing new chapters of redemption. You might tremble at the thought of tomorrow, worried about what the future holds, yet I am already there, preparing a path filled with new mercies and blessings. Although uncertainty may loom, do not fear the unknown, for I navigate all possibilities, and my dominion is without limit. Let your confidence rest in the assurance that the same God who delivered Israel from the hands of Pharaoh and parted the Red Sea is the one holding you now. Take my hand and trust that every step you take is under my watchful eye, leading you toward fulfillment, security, and peace. I know the heaviness of watching loved ones drift from faith, of wanting desperately for them to see my light, yet feeling powerless to change their hearts. My child, I see your prayers for their salvation and your tears shed in secret. Do not give up, for I am working on their hearts in ways unseen. Your faithful intercession is like incense rising to my throne, and in due season, you will witness the fruit of your fervent pleas. Remain steadfast, for it is my will that none should perish, and your prayers align with the compassion of my heart. When you feel attacked by the criticisms of others or misunderstood for your devotion, remember that I too was rejected and mocked by those I came to save. I understand your hurt, and I will bring you comfort. Do not allow human words to shape your identity or deter your commitment to living by faith. Rather, focus on my promise that I will bless and vindicate you, for vengeance is mine, and I see every slight against you. Cling to the knowledge that when you stand for my truth, even in trembling, you reflect my glory. Trust that my grace will sustain you. In moments of doubt, remember that I know your heart far better than you do, and I recognize the longings that sometimes feel contradictory or perplexing. My compassion is infinite, and my wisdom extends to the corners of your confusion. You do not have to solve every puzzle of your life alone. Come to me, speak openly, and share every inner wrestling, for I can handle your questions and ease your fears. Whether you cry out in frustration or whisper pleas for clarity, I remain your loving Father, eager to speak life into your weary mind. Lean on me without shame. Take comfort in knowing that your darkest nights will never outlast the brilliance of my dawn. Though it seems trials may last, they are but a chapter in your grand narrative, one in which my grace prevails. If you wonder why my answers sometimes differ from your desires, trust that my wisdom discerns what is best for your eternal good. Like a potter molding clay, I am shaping you to reflect my image more clearly, even through the furnace of affliction. My beloved, do not despair, for I promise that joy follows sorrow, and my hand remains steadfast upon you. See, promise of protection and help. Do not fear, for I am your strong tower, your ever-present refuge in storms that threaten to overwhelm your spirit. In the psalmist's words, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. And so I am. When you feel you can't go on, know that my arms uphold you, carrying you over turbulent waters and ensuring you are never lost. Turn your face to me and let your anxieties evaporate in the warmth of my embrace. I guard you closely, like a shepherd who never leaves the side of a single sheep. Be secure in my shelter. I am your shield, deflecting the fiery arrows of doubt and discouragement that the enemy hurls at you. Though you may occasionally feel their heat, they will not consume you, for my protection is unwavering. Even when the world speaks words meant to harm you, I transform them into stepping stones for your growth. Believe in my power to safeguard your heart, mind, and spirit, allowing you to stand firm against every challenge. Walk boldly in faith, assured that you are enveloped by my favor like an impenetrable wall. I am a fortress that no adversary can breach. Remember how Daniel stood unscathed in the lion's den because I was there to shut the mouths of the beasts. Likewise, I remain with you in perilous times, silencing threats and delivering you from snares. You may not always see my hand at work, but it is at work indeed, orchestrating protection and preserving your life's trajectory. Do not interpret fleeting setbacks as permanent defeats. Rather, See them as reminders of your human limitations, prompting you to lean into my inexhaustible strength. I will strengthen you with courage to walk in victory, knowing that I shield you from harm. When terror or dread attempts to invade your mind, remember that I have given you a spirit not of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. If you find yourself frozen by anxiety, call on my name, and I will rush to your side with a calming presence that surpasses human understanding. I am your comforter in panic, the steady voice in confusion, the gentle touch that quells trembling hearts. Let my peace saturate your soul, dispelling every trace of dread. You do not journey alone in a realm of unknowns, for I go before you, clearing the path. I have stationed my angels around you, a divine guard set in place to keep watch over your life. Their presence may be invisible to natural eyes, yet their influence is powerful, guiding you away from unseen pitfalls. When you navigate your everyday routines, whether you're at home, at work, or traveling unfamiliar roads, know that my angels are ministering on your behalf. Their mission is to protect and fortify, following my command to uphold the one I love. Embrace this wonderful truth and let every step you take resonate with confidence, for your life is precious to me. I am the refuge that welcomes you in every storm. Like Noah found safety in the ark when the floodwaters rose, so do you find sanctuary under the wings of my mercy. Though storms of criticism, betrayal, or fearfulness may rage, they cannot uproot you from my loving care. You can come to me with all your pain and confusion, and I promise to give you rest as I calm the howling winds. You will discover that my peace is like a tranquil harbor for your soul, an unshakable haven that transcends every tempest. Trust in my steadfastness, and you will find serenity even in chaos. You may pass through seasons of heavy responsibility, feeling as though burdens press down with relentless force. Let me remind you, come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Do not hesitate to hand me your troubles and your anxieties. Unburden your weary heart and allow my spirit to refresh you like a cool breeze in parched lands. I am the one who renews, who lifts your head when you are weighed down, who infuses hope into your tired bones. Take solace that my well of compassion never runs dry. When life's battles rage and you are confronted with adversity that seems insurmountable, do not crumble in defeat. Instead, stand in my strength, remembering that I am the God who parts seas, topples walls, and defeats giants with the simplest of tools. If I am for you, who can stand against you? Set your gaze on my power instead of the magnitude of the fight, for victory is assured when you anchor your trust in me. Even now, I prepare a table of triumph before you, inviting you to feast on faith, hope, and my unwavering protection. I will empower you with a supernatural resilience that enables you to endure trials with grace. Just as I sustained Elijah in the wilderness with bread from ravens and water from a brook, so will I sustain you with unexpected blessings. Let your spirit remain open and receptive to my divine orchestration, for I delight in turning the impossible into a testament of my glory. When you feel faint, remember my promise. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. Walk boldly, for I remain your faithful source of support. My plan includes a hedge of protection around not just your physical being, but your emotional and spiritual well-being as well. I see the battles that transpire in your mind, those silent wars you wage against self-doubt, despair, and the voice that urges you to give up. Let me be your defender in these hidden struggles. Let me remind you daily of the truth that you are mine, redeemed and secure in my unfailing love. Whenever negativity arises, call upon my promises and watch as I disarm the shadows that seek to undermine your confidence. My shield over you is unbreakable. Though troubles arise, and the night may seem long, take heart. Joy comes in the morning. There is no difficulty you face that will last forever, and I vow to carry you through each season, unveiling my compassion in ways both small and magnificent. I ask you only to remain steadfast and not to lose hope, for no trial is wasted in my hands. Even your most harrowing challenges become stepping stones that lead you nearer to my purpose for your life. Cling to my word, and let it serve as both sword and shield, fortifying you from within. In moments of panic and haste, when your mind spins with questions and your heart leaps with dread, remember that I know the end from the beginning. Even before your cries for help escape your lips, I have already prepared an answer. I lead you through the valley of the shadow of death, ensuring that you will fear no evil, for I walk beside you as your rod and staff of comfort. My goal is not to see you trembling in fear, but to guide you to still waters, where your soul can breathe freely and rest in my unwavering commitment. I assure you, my beloved, that I will remain faithful to strengthen and protect you from the evil one who prowls about like a roaring lion. You need not cower in terror, for my presence is mightier than his threats. Stand in the authority I have given you as my child, sealed with the Holy Spirit, and watch the enemy flee from the radiance of my truth. Do not entertain the lies that you are weak and defenseless. Instead, reaffirm your identity as one enveloped in the armor of faith, shielded by righteousness, and guided by the sword of my word. When your resources seem scarce and your prospects uncertain, recall how I provided manna in the wilderness to nourish the children of Israel day by day. In the same way, I will be your portion, your daily bread of provision and strength. You will see unexpected doors open and experience timely help that mirrors the grace I shower upon you. Remain confident in my faithfulness, for your necessities are known to me, and your well-being is my delight. Lift your eyes above the turmoil, beyond your limited view, and see that I am the Lord who abundantly provides. No matter what forms your trials take, be it a physical ailment, a financial crisis, or an onslaught of doubt, know that nothing is beyond my power to redeem. I specialize in bringing life to barren places and hope to shattered dreams. My protection is not always about preventing hardship, but also about transforming it into something that refines your character. Like a furnace purifies gold, so I use life's difficulties to refine the brilliance of your faith. Keep your heart open to my refining touch, and trust that I am above all your helper and protector, forever enthroned in grace. D. Call to action, prayer, and trust. My dear child, do not wait until desperation strikes to speak with me. Rather, make prayer the constant rhythm of your life. I long to hear your voice, not only in crisis, but in every moment of triumph, gratitude, and even your daily routines. Approach me sincerely, without fear of rejection or the need for polished words. Simply open your heart and let the current of your thoughts flow toward me. I delight in your authentic expressions, and I respond not just to eloquence, but to the sincerity of a humble spirit. Trust in my eagerness to answer you with grace. I invite you to cast all your anxieties on me, for I care for you deeply. Do not hesitate, thinking your concerns might be too trivial or unworthy of my attention. If it matters to you, it matters to me. Whether you wrestle with minor inconveniences or colossal hurdles, share them all. My capacity to listen is infinite, and my compassion is unending. When the world feels too chaotic, retreat into the secret place with me, and let my love dispel the noise. You need no elaborate rituals or ceremonies. A genuine cry, a whisper, or even silent tears suffice. When doubts swirl in your mind, questioning whether your prayers truly make a difference, remember the persistent widow who brought her petition before the judge, eventually winning her request. Your faith, even if it seems as small as a mustard seed, has the power to move mountains. Keep praying, keep believing, and watch how I move in ways you cannot predict. I value your persistence, your reliance on my ability to enact miracles where logic fails. Embrace the discipline of prayer not as a burden, but as the privilege of communion with the Creator who cherishes every heartbeat. As you pray, also cultivate the courage to trust that my answers might arrive in forms you least expect. Sometimes my response will be a resounding yes, granting your desires and renewing your hope with immediate joy. Other times, my answer will be wait, prompting you to develop patience and deeper reliance on me. And occasionally, though it may sting, my answer will be no, steering you away from paths that do not align with your ultimate good. In each instance, my intentions flow from a love that only seeks what will bless you eternally. Surrender your will to mine and find peace. Do not fear your own vulnerability in my presence. The broken pieces of your life, your regrets, your fears, your unspoken frustrations, I ask you to bring them all to me. I am not shocked by your struggles, nor am I offended by your honesty when you pour out your heart. Your raw and unfiltered prayers touch me deeply, for they represent genuine relationship rather than a rehearsed performance. Let the walls of pride or self-sufficiency crumble as you lay everything bare. In your transparency, you will discover the liberating joy of truly knowing that I am your unwavering confidant and friend. Remember to lay down your past failures at the foot of the cross, trusting that I have already cleansed you. I do not keep a record of your wrongs, so why should you cling to guilt and shame? Come to me in prayer, confess what burdens your conscience, and leave renewed in my grace. Each moment is an opportunity for a fresh start, a chance to step forward in the freedom my Spirit provides. In returning to me daily, you strengthen the bond of intimacy that sets your heart alight with reverence and gratitude. Do not let regret stifle your voice. Embrace the beauty of silence in prayer, too. Sometimes the most powerful communions occur when you still your mind and simply bask in my presence. In the hush of your soul, I speak with clarity and gentleness, guiding you to insights you might otherwise miss. Resist the urge to fill every moment with words, and let silence become a sacred space where my Spirit imparts wisdom. The more you practice resting quietly before me, the more you will discern my subtle nudges and the soothing comfort of my eternal presence. Learn to delight in the stillness of communion with me. Allow me to expand your vision in prayer. When you intercede for others, your compassion deepens, and your own spirit finds new dimensions of growth. If there are relationships in your life marred by conflict, bring them to me, for I yearn to restore what is broken. Pray for the weary, the sick, the imprisoned, and the hopeless, for in doing so, you partner with my heart. Your prayers can traverse earthly limitations, reaching across borders and barriers to effect real change. Believe that your petitions release heavenly power to transform hearts, heal wounds, and bring unity to divided souls. I ask you to trust not only in my ability, but also in my timing. Like a gardener, I cultivate your faith with care, expecting that the seeds of your prayers will eventually sprout. Be patient with the process, and don't be disheartened if the fruit takes time. I see a bigger tapestry than you do, weaving together the threads of countless lives for the collective good. Remain confident that your prayers are a crucial thread in this masterpiece. Each word of faith you utter is like a seed that I water with my Spirit, ensuring it grows in due season. Whenever you sense despair creeping in or find your heart restless, remember my invitation. Draw near to God, and He will draw near to you. This is my guarantee that I will never turn away from your quest for closeness. Even if you have faltered or strayed, return to me, and watch how swiftly I welcome you back. Let your prayers be as constant as the breath in your lungs, fueling your spirit with renewed energy, insights, and convictions. As you cling to me in prayer, you will discover that the storms of life lose their power to shake your foundation. Break free from the lie that prayer is merely a religious formality. Indeed, it is a vibrant lifeline that feeds your spirit, connects you with my will, and infuses you with purpose. I have gifted you this privilege so you might walk hand in hand with me through every season of life. The more you pray, the more you align with my character, learning to see situations from my perspective. Watch how cynicism melts away, replaced by childlike faith that brims with expectancy for miracles. Let your devotion and prayer become a beacon that leads others toward my ever-present love. Speak to me about your ambitions, dreams, and even your confusions. I care for every detail of your life, from the greatest aspirations to the smallest personal concerns. Holding back nothing, place every hope upon my altar. I delight in shaping the desires of your heart so they harmonize with my kingdom's vision. Fear not that you are being selfish by sharing your personal longings. My fatherly heart rejoices when you trust me enough to be transparent. Your willingness to engage me in all facets of life amplifies the depth of our relationship and strengthens your confidence in my benevolence. When faced with pressing decisions about careers, relationships, or investments, always remember to first seek my wisdom before rushing forward. Pray for discernment and be patient in listening for my voice. I may speak through Scripture, through the counsel of wise friends, or through the soft conviction in your spirit that aligns with my word. Place my principles above convenience or haste, and witness the blessings that flow from reverent obedience. Choosing my guidance over impulsive actions cultivates a lifestyle of peace and direction. As you consistently apply this practice, you will discover the transformative power of living in alignment with my will. If your faith wavers, recall the many accounts in Scripture where my children cried out to me and found deliverance.